Good evening, Bellwood Quizzers. How the devil are you? We're getting ready. 2 minutes to go. Week 51, Shabba. Well, good evening, Bellwood Quizzers. It's the 26th of March, 2021, and we are week 51 of the quiz. And yes, next week is our 1 year anniversary of the Bellwood Quiz. Can you believe it? You have seen my beautiful mug every Friday for a year. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Who would have thought it all those months ago? Anyway, we will crack on because we have 5 quizzes for you this week. All to get your brains a bit bamboozled, I feel, this week. Hello, everybody. Karen, Max. Who else is there? Is that Kev? Good evening. James, Richard, Dixon, Jane and John. Oh, everybody's on tonight. Oh, lovely. Apologies for the quizzes this week. They might be a bit tough. If I was you, fill up your drink, because that's what we need. I've got mine here. Cheers, Desperado. Well, you might be after quiz 1. Anyway, 5 quizzes this week, all general knowledge questions, just to get you think. Yes, you might be asking your electronic friend for a few of these answers, I reckon. But I think we should start. Come on, let's make a start. Let's get it all done. Quiz number 1, general knowledge. Are you ready, Bellwood Quizzers? Come on. Bit of piano music. Here we go. Are we ready? What type of bend in a road shares its name with a holding pin? Oh yes. What type of bend in a road shares its name with a holding pin? Put it in your hair, perhaps. Does that give you an idea? Just write it down, come on. In which decade was the Big Breakfast first broadcast? So in which decade was the Big Breakfast first broadcast? And question number 3, on which motorway are the Cherwell Valley services? So on which motorway are the Cherwell Valley services? Give you a clue, it starts with an M. Guy Sankey, I've just got your message. Everything seems to be okay our end. Just refresh your page and we should be there. Try that. Number 4, is Caerphilly cheese hard or soft cheese? Oh, so is Caerphilly cheese, is it a hard or a soft cheese? Question 4, is it hard or soft? Ooh. And question number 5, the village of God's Hill is noted for its model village lies on which island? Good evening, Linda Mulvey. So the village of God's Hill, noted for its model village, lies on which island? Somewhere around the British Isles. Am I giving these games away? It's ridiculous. At number 6, caught in a landslide, no escape from reality is a line from which song first released in 1975? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality is a line from which song first released in 1975? I wasn't even born then. At number 7, who was the Shadow Chancellor for the Exchequer from 2011 to 2015? So who was the Shadow Chancellor for the Exchequer on from 2011 to 2015? Who was it, Bellwood Quizzers? And number 8, what's the occupation of a member of the professional body RICS? So what occupation is somebody if they are the professional body in the RICS? Ooh, so what occupation has that accreditation, RICS? And number 9, of course it is, who presented the South Bank show? What was his name? Do you remember? We all remember his face, but do you remember his name? So who presented the South Bank show? Question number 9. And number 10, the international date line runs through which ocean? So the international date line runs through through which ocean? And don't forget, your clocks go forward tomorrow night. You get an extra hour not in bed. Great. So the international date line runs through which ocean? And number 11, in cookery, what measure is abbreviated to TBSP? So in cookery, what measure is abbreviated to TBSP? What does TBSP stand for? Is it whatever spoon it is? I'm not giving you the clue. Number 12, in which TV series did the character Nora Batty appear? So question 12, in which TV series did the character Nora Batty appear? Where was Nora Batty from? Number 12. Rattling through these. And question 13, Alan Bastard was the lead character in which series? So Alan Bastard was the lead character in which series? It was on TV, I'll give you a clue. Is it ITV or Channel 4? And 14, Audrey Forbes Hamilton was a leading character in which sitcom? Audrey Forbes Hamilton was a leading character in which sitcom? Anybody remember that? Audrey Forbes Hamilton. Number 15, Chigwell is the setting for which sitcom? So Chigwell is the setting for which sitcom? Oh, do they flock together? So. Some tricky ones in there, wasn't there? Shall we mark it and move on quickly? So question number 1. What type of bend in a road shares its name to a holding item? That was a hairpin bend. Of course it was. Number 2, in which decade was the Big Breakfast first broadcast? That was 1990s. It was actually 1992. Wow. Number 3, on which motorway are the Cherwell Valley services? That's on the M40. Number 4, Caerphilly cheese. Is it hard or a soft cheese? Is it? It's a hard cheese. 50-50 on that one. Number 5, the village of Godsill, noted for its model village, lies on which island? That's on the Isle of Wight. Number 6, caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Is a line from which song, first released in 1975? And of course, that was Bohemian Rhapsody. Number 7, who was the Shadow Chancellor of the Exchequer from 2011 to 2015? Ed Balls. Ed Balls. What's happened to him now? Number 8, what is the occupation of the member of the professional body of RICS? And that's a surveyor. Just going to cough, hang on. There we go, back with it. Don't know where that came from. Must be like Desperado. Number 9, who presented the South Bank Show? That was Melvin Bragg, or Baron Bragg as he's now known. Number 10, the international date line runs through which ocean? That's the Pacific Ocean. And in cookery, we've got this one right. What measure is abbreviated to TBSP? And that's a tablespoon. Of course it is. Oh. Number 12, in which TV series did the character Nora Batty appear? Dad, I hope you got this one right. Please, please. You did, well done. Last of the Summer Wine, of course it was. 13, Alan Bustard was the lead character in which TV series? That was The New Statesman. And 14, anybody remember this? Audrey Forbes Hamilton was a leading character in which sitcom? And that was To the Manor Born. Told you, Lynn. Listen to Kevin knows all his sitcoms. 15, Chigwell is the setting for which sitcom? And that's Birds of a Feather. Of course it is. Tot up your scores. Let's see how you did. No, Zoe, I do not have COVID, you cheeky devil. Cheeky thing. I'm a good boy, me. So, anyway, how did everybody get on? Just a little croaky. I think I've been doing some singing this afternoon. Kathy, 13. That's a good score to start this week, Kathy. On a roll. Janice smashed it with a 9. Avril and Julie got a 10 from Wales. You can actually move around now, can't you? Pete, 12. Zoe, 10. Good evening, Amanda. 13. Well done. Flying solo, Mandy. Have a drink. It's lunchtime. It's fine. 10. Good score, man. Stuart with a 12. Sophie with an 11. Max, amazing. Well done. Bloody hell. That's good. 14. Karen, with help from Tim, I reckon. 13. Good score. Only 8 and he had fish last night. Oh, bless your pet. 11 for Pom. Evening, Pom. Guy, high with a 9. Shelley, double figures with a 10. Martin's house, the shed build. We've got 7. I'll send you a picture later on, tell him. Very well. Good score, 7. Jane and John with a 12. Dad with an 8. Smashed it. James with a 10. Michelle with a 12. Richard Dixon, 9. Good scores all around. Sarah with a 10. Oh, is it tomorrow, Julie? Oh, your trainers won't know what's happened, will they? Bloody hell. So. I'm just reading the next question here for quiz number 2. Shall we crack on with quiz number 2? Don't forget, clocks go forward tomorrow night. Just telling you, Julie, just so you do all your grandfather clocks and everything. You don't want to be up earlier than you should be, you naughty devil. Anyway, let's crack on with quiz number 2. Here we go. Shabba. And here we go. Brenda Furlong was the leading character In which series? Brenda Furlong was the leading character in which series? Question 1. And question number 2, what was the first name of Mr. Brutus in the British Empire? So what was the first name of Mr. Brutus in the British Empire? What was his name, Bellwood Quizzers? Write it down. And question number 3, Mike the landlord and Boise, the car dealer, featured in which sitcom? So Mike the landlord and Boise the car dealer are from which sitcom? Easy, that one. And number 4, which North African mountain range shares its name with a figure from Greek mythology? Ooh. So which North African mountain range shares its name with a figure from Greek mythology? Question 4. Linda, I've just sent Mark a picture now. And question number 5, in Toy Story 2, what was the name of the horse? So in Toy Story 2, what was the name of the horse? Oh, tricky. And number 6, what word meaning join can also be the name of a UK cash machine network? So what other word meaning join is also the name, or was the name, of a UK cash machine network? I think some years ago for that machine network, what did they used to be called? Have a go anyway. And here's Kev's question. Bring It All Back, 1999, was the first hit for which group? Not Moloko. So Bring It All Back, 1999 it came out, was the first hit for which group? Something in the question number as well. Was that a hint? And number 8, Julie, eyes up, come on. Bondi Beach lies in which Australian state? Been there. Bondi Beach lies in which Australian state? Question 8. And question number 9, who wrote the spoof soap opera called Acorn Antiques? So who wrote the spoof soap opera Acorn Antiques? All remember it, don't you, on telly? But who wrote it? And number 10, Grange over Sands is a town in which county? So Grange over Sands is a town in which county? Question number 10. And number 11, the transit of which planet across the Sun last took place in 2004 or will not occur again until 2117. So the transit of which planet across the Sun last took place in 2004 and will not occur again until 2117. What a question. Write it down. Here's number 12. From which 1972 film did Al Capone win his first Best Supporting Actor Oscar nomination? From which 1972 film did Al Pacino, win his first Best Supporting Actor Oscar nomination? Oh, number 12. Write it down, it was The Godfather. Move on, come on. 13, what kind of fruit is a muscat? What kind of fruit is a muscat? Number 13, what's happening tonight? What was in that curry? So what kind of fruit is a muscat? Question 13. And number 14, Kylie Minogue was a coach on which UK talent show in 2014? So Kylie Minogue was a coach on which UK talent show in 2014? I should be so lucky. There you go, Kev. Question for you. Max and Paddy's Road to Nowhere was a spin-off from which show? So Max and Paddy's Road to Nowhere was a spin-off from which show? I know that one. I can hear him saying it now. Write it down, write it down. It's a 10-foot. So there we go. Quiz number 2. Might have given you a couple of answers there because I got a bit tongue-tied. Shall we mark it? Do you like? I've just got the boat waiting. We're just going to nip out for a quick sail. Just going to get some tuna. Anyway, here we go. Quiz number 2. Brenda Furlong was the leading character from which series? And that was Dinner Ladies. Number 2. What's the first name of Mr. Brittus in the British Empire? And of course, that was Gordon Brittus. Number 3, Mike the landlord and Boycie the car dealer featured in which sitcom? Of course, that was Only Fools and Horses. And number 4, which North African mountain range shares its name with a figure from Greek mythology? That was the Atlas Mountains. Oh, tricky. 5, in Toy Story 2, what was the name of the horse? And that was Bullseye. And number 6, what word meaning join is also the name of a UK cash machine network? Tricky one, I thought that. That was Link, L-I-N-K, Link. They used to be called Link, didn't they? Anyway, if you don't know it, just write it down now, quick. Number 7, Kev's question. Bring It All Back, 1999, was the first hit for which group? And that was S Club 7. Number 8, Bondi Beach lies in which Australian state? Julie? You're right, well done, Avril. New South Wales, yeah, told you. Number 9, who wrote the spoof soap opera Acorn Antiques? And that was Victoria Wood. 10, Grange-over-Sands is a town in which county? And that's in Cumbria. And number 11, the transit of which planet across the sun last took place in 2004 and will not occur again until 2117. And that planet is Venus. Could have had a guess, really, couldn't you? There we go. And number 12, from which 1972 film did Al Pacino win his best Oscar supporting? It was The Godfather. I don't even know what that question is. Number 12 was The Godfather. There we go. Let's move on. What kind of fruit is a muscat? Number 13, what type of fruit is a muscat? It's a grape. And 14, Kylie Minogue was a coach on which UK talent show in 2014? That was The Voice UK. And number 15, we can breathe. Max and Paddy's Road to Nowhere was a spin-off from which show? That was Peter Kay's Phoenix Nights. There we go. Tot up your scores. Let's see how you did, Bellwood quizzers. Ooh. I don't think those 9 cans of Red Bull helped. But anyway, so let's see how we're getting on. Mandy with a 10. It's all right, Mandy. You've just woken up. That's good. Karen, good score with a 13. Well done. Kathy, on for a good week this week. I can feel it in my bones. 11. Sarah, good score again. Yes, with an 11. Amanda, 13. Very well done, dear. Oh, dear, Shelley. Oh, dearie me. Have another little vino. Andy, getting better. Absolutely, Andy, with a 10. Well done. Max, 11. Fabulous. You on the vino tonight? Sophie, 10. Double figures, Sophie. It's all right. Janice. Yeah, okay. Back to normal, Dad, with a 5. There we go. Oh, Avril and Julie. See what cheating does. 6. Well done. 12 from Pom. Fabulous. Peter Andre. Mysterious girl with a 12. Jane and John, 13. Good score. Stuart with a 13. Well done, Stuart. Guy, oh dear, 7. Gulp. Yeah. Don't worry, Guy. Richard, 10. Zoe, must be on the cocktails with a 9. Michelle with a 13. Mim, hi, good evening down the street. How are you, fellow Bellwooders? With a 10, that's a good score. It's a Friday, hopefully, as well. James with a 5. Linda, poor, my brain is tired. Oh, just have a drink or something. Kev, hello, 9. Well done, sir, well done. Fabulous. Well, we're just going to take a quick 1-minute break, and then we will be back with quiz number 3. So you've got 60 seconds. Are you ready? Set, go! That minute goes so quick, doesn't it? It's ridiculous. You've not even got time to... Well, anyway, we're on to quiz number 3. Then we can have a proper break. I think we need one. We deserve one. It's a bit nippy out there tonight, isn't it? Oof, oof. Hope you're going to wrap up your plants so they don't get the chill. Should we crack on with quiz number 3? I think we should. I've just seen the questions. Make sure you have a drink for this one. Let's go, Bellwood Quizzers. Quiz number 3. Come on. Here we go. Who played Charlie Edwards in the TV series Hotel Babylon? So who played Charlie Edwards in the TV series Hotel Babylon? Not a clue. But if you do, write it down. That's the way it works, isn't it? Number 2, minestrone soup originated in which country? So minestrone, if you want to say, or minestrone, I don't know. The soup originated in which country? Have a guess if you don't know. Educated guess and you'd be right, I reckon. And number 3, the Circus Maximus Stadium is located in which European city? The Circus Maximus Stadium is located in which European city? And it does sound like where it should be. So if you think, oh yeah, write it down. You're right. Here's number 4. Menorca lies in which group of islands? So Menorca lies in which group of islands? What's that group of islands called where Menorca sits? Come on, Bellwood Quizzers, you know. Number 5, Minnie the Minx appears in which children's comic? Minnie the Minx appears in which children's comic? Question 5. And question number 6, I Could Be So Good For You was the theme song from which TV series? I Could Be So Good For You, I'm trying not to do it as the way it sounds, was a theme tune from which TV series? Easy, that one. Number 7, in which 2000 film did Russell Crowe play the character of Maximus? So in which 2000 film did Russell Crowe play the character of Maximus? Question number 7. And number 8, Ming the Merciless is an enemy of which hero? So Ming the Merciless is an enemy of which hero? So what's that hero's name? Oh, nasty Ming the Merciless. And question number 9, who played Mork in the TV series Mork and Mindy? So who played Mork in the TV series of Mork and Mindy? Very famous person it was. Scribble it down if you know the answer, Bellwood Quizzers. Scribble it down. And number 10, who replaced John Pertwee as the star of Doctor Who? So who replaced John Pertwee as the star of Doctor Who? So who was the next Doctor after John Pertwee? Oh, do you remember? Big hair, big scarf, big voice. And number 11, in which decade did McDonald's open its first outlet in Moscow? So in which decade did McDonald's open its first outlet in Moscow? Did you go there, Mandy? Did you have a Big Mac in Moscow? Tell me if you did. That's 11. Here comes number 12. What part of the body is affected by diphtheria? So what part of the body is affected by diphtheria? Oh, number 12, diphtheria. Oh, disgusting. Just heard a laugh from next door. 13. Which golf club shares its name with an item of computer software? So which golf club shares its name with an item of computer software? Think of your golf clubs you know and think of a name. Oh, it's that one. Yes. Write it down. And question 14. Which newsreader was the original host of the game show Treasure Hunt? Thank you, Mark, for your message. Which newsreader was the original host of the game show Treasure Hunt? Question 14. And number 15. Who hosted the 2019 game show called Small Fortune? So who hosted the 2019 game show Small Fortune? Ooh, tricky one. Never heard of that. Well, just in the jungle now, just in the jungle. So, let's mark this and then we can have a break. So question number 1, who played Charlie Edwards in the TV series of Hotel Babylon? That was Max Beasley. Minestrone or minestrone soup originated in which country? That was Italy. At number 3, the Circus Maximus Stadium is located in which European city? That's in Rome. Menorca lies in which group of islands? That's the Balearic Islands. Number 5, Minnie the Minx appears in which children's comic? That was the Beano. And number 6, I Could Be So Good For You was the theme song for which TV series? Of course, that was Minder. Oh, it wasn't Heart to Heart. It wasn't Heart to Heart, Julie. Number 7, in which 2000 film did Russell Crowe play the character Maximus? That was Gladiator. And number 8, Ming the Merciless is an enemy of which hero? That was Flash Gordon. Number 9, who played Mork in the TV series Mork and Mindy? That was Robin Williams. And number 10, who replaced John Pertwee as the star of Doctor Who? That was Tom Baker. He had the big hair, didn't he? It's like an afro, I think, something like that. 11, in which decade did McDonald's open its first outlet in Moscow? That was the 1990s. It was actually in 1990. Number 12, what part of the body is affected by diphtheria? That's the throat. And 13, which golf club shares its name with an item of computer software? Of course, it's a driver. And 14, which newsreader was the original show host of Treasure Hunt? Used to love that programme. That was Kenneth Kendall with Wincy. Kenneth, can you hear me? Annie, where are you? It's behind the truck. No, it is the truck. It's a card on a truck. Rubbish. Absolute pathetic, but great fun. 15, who hosted the 2019 game show called Small Fortune? Tricky one, I thought. I'd never heard of it. That was Dermot O'Leary. Never heard of that. Anyway, tot up your scores. And let's see how you did on quiz 3. Bellwood Brain Boxers. Ooh. So, what do we reckon? Was that a tricky one? I thought that was, wasn't it? Janice with an 8. Andy with a 9. You're doing very well, very well. Some tricky questions in there, I thought. Jane and John, good score with a 13. Kathy with a 12. Gone for a good score this week, Kathy. Well done. Max, yes, with a 10. Fabulous. Stuart, nailed it with a 12. Oh, Avril and Julie only a 7. Come on, Avril. Come on, pull your finger out. Julie's counting on you. Pete, good score. 14. Well done. I did go to that Moscow Mackies. I thought you would do. 14. Well done. Zoe, 11. Fabulous. Well done. Sarah, oh dear, 7. It's all right, Sarah. It doesn't matter. Sophie with a 10. Pom with a 10. Good score, Pom. Well done. Guy with a 9. Come on, Guy. Pull your finger out. Downhill Dad. Well, 3's all right. Eileen, 8. Sounds like a Prodigy song. Michelle, 11. Good score. Shelley with a 9. Poor Linda. Oh, don't, your brain's frazzled, Linda. Don't worry. Just sit back and relax. Friday, yes, with a 10. Well done. Richard, 11. Yes, getting better. Fabulous, darling. Fabulous. So, well done, Bellwood Quizzers. Let's have a proper break. We can fill up our glasses. Friday can get frying again. Julie can top up a brandy because it's Friday. Max, a bit more glug in your wine. We'll see you in a couple of minutes, Bellwood Quizzers. Shabba. Well, we're back, Bellwood Quizzes. We're just in the office now. People working merrily, aren't they? Get in there. There we go. Shall we crack on with quiz number 4? I think we should do. Not too bad, I don't think, these questions. Not too bad. Mark Mulvey, thank you for your messages. Yes, you're very cheeky. Let's crack on, Bellwood Quizzes. Quiz number 4. Here we go. Not too sure what's happening here, Bellwood Quizzes. I think we've broken. Okay, so there's no music on this one. Let's put some music on in the background then. Don't know what's going on there. So question number 1, an orange tip is what type of creature? So an orange tip is what type of creature? Question number 1. Yes, thank you, Linda. Mark's giggling his head off, cheeky thing. Number 2, what colour is a male mallard's head? So what colour is a male mallard's head? I'll have words with him later on, Linda, don't you worry. You're just getting tired. I am, Julie, I am tired. It's been a busy day today. From which country does the Doberman Pinscher originate? What's going on? From which country does the Doberman Pinscher originate? Ooh, is that a trick question or is it not a trick question? I don't know. Question 4, what is a young penguin called? So what is a young penguin called? Question 4. Question number 5. What term is given to a group of antelopes? I have no idea. So what term is given to a group of antelopes? Question number 5. Google it quick. Google it quick, Julie. Number 6. What obvious feature do monkeys have that apes do not? So what obvious feature do monkeys have that apes do not? Ooh. Tricky one, that. Or is it? And number 7, what is the world's largest land predator? So what's the world's largest land predator? Question 7. And number 8, which Russian leader met the Pope John Paul II at the Vatican in 1989? So which Russian leader met Pope John Paul II at the Vatican in 1989? What was that Russian leader's name? Number 9, proverbially, what can you not get out of a stone? So proverbially, what can you not get out of a stone? What can't you get out of a stone? And question number 10, the Camelot Group introduced which event in the UK in 1994? So the Camelot Group introduced which event in 1994? Ooh. Have a good hard think about that one. And question number 11. What name is given to an area given over to the growing of fruit trees? So what name is given to the area given over to the area that's given over to the area of growing fruit trees? So what do you call an area where you grow fruit trees, basically? There we go. And number 12, which comedian co-starred with Eric Idle in the 1990 films Nuns on the Run? So which comedian co-starred with Eric Idle in the 1990 film Nuns on the Run? Question 12. And question 13. The Frisian Islands lie off the coast of which European country? So the Frisian Islands, is that how you say it? I think it is, something like that. Lie off the coast of which European country? Question 13. Let's have a wine. A Chablis, or Chablis, is made from which region in France? So Chablis wine is made in which region of France? So whereabouts in France is that made? And number 15, the Beatles song that has the opening lines, "In the town where I was born lived a man who sailed to sea." So which Beatles song is that has the opening line, "In the town where I was born lived a man who sailed to sea"? So what's the name of the Beatles song that had that line in it? There we go. Dead easy, Bellwood quizzes. So, how did we get on there? Apart from my little technical glitch, which we sorted out, sort of. Anyway, let's mark it. Let's move on. Nobody noticed. Nobody noticed. An orange tip is what type of creature? That's a butterfly. Question 2, what colour is the male mallard's head? That's green. And number 3, from which country does the Doberman Pinscher originate? That's Germany. Number 4, what do you call a young penguin? It's called a chick. At number 5, what term is given to a group of antelopes? That's a herd. And number 6, what obvious feature do monkeys have that apes do not? And apparently that's a tail. There you go. 7, what's the world's largest land predator? That's a polar bear. And number 8, which Russian leader met Pope John Paul II at the Vatican in 1989? That was Mikhail Gorbachev. Could have had a guess at that one, I think. Number 9, proverbially, what can you not get from a stone? That is blood. So blood. At number 10, Camelot Group introduced which event in the UK in 1994? That was the National Lottery. Of course it was. 11, what name is given to an area given over to the growing of fruit trees? That's an orchard. Long-winded question for such a short answer. 12, which comedian co-starred with Eric Idle in the 1990 film Nuns on the Run? That was Robbie Coltrane. 13, the Frisian Islands lie off the coast of which European country? And that's the Netherlands. 14, Chablis or Chablis, if you want to say it that way. Wine is made in which region of France? That's from Burgundy. And number 15, which Beatles song had the opening lines, "In a town where I was born lived a man who sailed the sea"? Anybody get that one? That was from Yellow Submarine. Of course it was. Tot up your scores. Let's see how you did on round 4. Come on, Bellwood quizzers, we're nearly there. Yes. Here we go. Karen with a 10. Good score. Sophie, 12. Yes, yes, yes. Pete with a 10. All double figures at the moment. Mandy from the other side of the pond with a 10. Marching on an 11, Andy. Fabulous. Well done, Janice. That is better with a 12, yes. Amanda, 11. Good score there. Everybody's got double figures so far. Julie with a 10 and Avril. Well done, Avril. Pom with a 10. Jane and John with a 12. Shelley, 13. That isn't much improved, 13. Everybody's double figures. Legs 11 for Zoe. Michelle with a 12. Max with a legs 11. James with a legs 11. Kathy with a 12. Stuart with a 12. Richard Dixon with a 12. I'd be happy with yourself as well. Oh, Linda, you're getting better. Well done. You've had a busy day, Linda. Good, good. That is an improvement. Guy, 11. Well done. Sarah with a 12. Well done. Mark and Mim smashed it with a 10 for Friday. A Desperado 8, Dad. Well done. Oh, 8, Kev. It's not too bad. Don't you worry, love. One more to go. So, Bellwood quizzers, it's about time I got back on my yacht, I think, and sailed off. But not before we do quiz number 5. Are we ready? Big deep breath, 15 questions to go, then I'll leave you alone for a week, and then we can start next week fresh. Okay. Here we go, quiz number 5, come on. Here we go. What 7-letter word beginning with O is a description or a descriptive of a bad sign? Oh, I've got a bad feeling about this, but it begins with an O. So what 7-letter word beginning with O is descriptive of a bad sign? And number 2, in what decade did Disney release Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs? So in what decade did Disney release Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs? It's in the 19-somethings. That end, lower end. Give it a guess. Some years ago. And number 3, which of these cities is most easterly? Is it Aberdeen or is it Ipswich? So which one of those cities is most easterly? Is it Aberdeen or Ipswich? 50-50 guess, really. Aberdeen or Ipswich? Is it Ipswich or Aberdeen? Which one is it, Bellwood Quizzers? And number 4, what word can mean both a narrow valley and a channel beside a bowling alley? So what word can mean both a narrow valley or a channel beside a bowling alley? What do they call that thing down the side of the bowling alleys? That's it, that's the answer. Don't be a chancer, put the answer. Here's number 5. Oh, another one. What word can mean both to eat too much and a deep, narrow valley? So what word can mean to eat too much and a deep, narrow valley? Thank God you can eat buffet. At number 6, best question of the night this. Which of the Wombles shares its name with a Russian city? So if you remember the Wombles, good. If you don't, tough. Which of the Wombles shares its name with a Russian city? Question number 6. And question number 7. Which form of dance is featured in the 1948 film The Red Shoes? There's a clue in there, I think. Which form of dance is featured in the 1948 film The Red Shoes? And question number 8. Who released the 1972 single Tiny Dancer? So who released the 1972 single Tiny Dancer? Where are my glasses? And question number 9. From which country does the samba originate? So from which country does the dance, the samba, originate? What country? Is it what you think it is? That's what you think it is, isn't it? So where does the samba dance come from? Number 9. And Kev, just for you, how many basic foot positions exist in classical ballet? So how many basic foot positions exist in classical ballet? Question number 10. Write it down, Bellwood Quizzers, write it down. And question number 11. Who composed the music of the Nutcracker? So who composed the music for the Nutcracker? Easy, that one. And question number 12. How is the Volkswagen Type 1 more usually referred to? So what's the name of the Volkswagen Type 1? It has another name. What is that name? So the Volkswagen Type 1 more usually is referred to as a Volkswagen. You're right, there we go. At 13, which style of trousers shares its name with something made illegally? So which style of trousers shares its name with something made illegally? So if you make something illegally, it is a, well, there you go, there's your answer. Gosh, just giving the answers away tonight. Like confetti. And question 14, which chemical element has the symbol P? So which chemical element has the symbol P? Just a P, no question mark, just a P. And last question of the night for week 51. Here we go. In which month do Australia and New Zealand celebrate Anzac Day? So in which month do Australia and New Zealand celebrate Anzac Day? It's the last question of week 51. Oh my word. Oh my word. Come on, Bellwood Quizzers. So, how did we get on there? It wasn't too bad, was it? Or was it? Let's mark it. Here we go. So question 1 was, what 7-lettered word beginning with O is a description or a descriptive of a bad sign? Oh, that's a bit ominous. Of course it is ominous. Oh, there we go. Number 2, in what decade did Disney release Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? That was in the 1930s. Number 3, which of these cities is most easterly? Is it Aberdeen or Ipswich? It's Ipswich, you're right. 4, what word can mean both a narrow valley or a channel beside a bowling alley? And that is a gully, a gully. Number 5, what word can mean both to eat too much and a deep, narrow valley? Well, that's a gorge. Too hard. They're not too hard. Not too hard, man. Gets your brain going. So that's a gorge, number 5. Number 6, which of the Wombles shares its name with a Russian city? That was Tomsk, T-O-M-S-K, Tomsk. Tricky one, that. Would never have known that. 7, which form of dance is featured in the 1948 film The Red Shoes? That's ballet. Number 8, who released the 1972 single Tiny Dancer? Of course, Sir Elton John. Number 9, from which country does the samba originate? That's from Brazil. I bet people put Spain down for that, but no, it's Brazil. 10, how many basic foot positions are there in classical ballet, Kev? You're right, there's 5, well done. 11, who composed the music for the Nutcracker? That was Tchaikovsky. 12, how is the Volkswagen Type 1 more usually referred to? That's the Volkswagen Beetle, or the VW Beetle, there you go. 13, which style of trouser shares its name to something made illegally? That was a bootleg. Oh, Linda. It wasn't a drain pipe, it was a bootleg. 14, which chemical element has the symbol P? That's phosphorus. And the last question of the night of week 51. Yes, here we go. In which month does Australia and New Zealand celebrate Anzac Day? Anybody know? That's in April. It's April the 25th. There we go. So tot up your score out of 15 and also pop your score out of 75. And let's see who's week 51 Bellwood Brain Box. Come on. We all like some hard questions, Mim. Gets you going on a Friday, gets your juices flowing on a Friday. Mandy with a 10, Avril and Julie with a 9. So, come on, Wales, keep the end up. Janice with an 8. Sophie with an 11. I don't know either. Pom with an 11, yes. Yeah, we are genius. Taylor's got 51 for week 51. There we go. Couldn't get any better, could it? Well done, well done. James with a 7, Stuart with a 9. Good scores again. Kev with an 8, not bad for flying solo, well done. Jane and John with a 10. Karen with a 60 as a total, that's a good score. Andy has a 7, which gives you 45 to finish. Where are we? Karen and Tim, 12 and a 60, good score. You're the highest scorer so far, I think. Oh dear, 5, 45. Oh, it'll get easier next week. I'll do easy questions next week, I promise. Zoe with a 10. You've had a good week this week, Zoe. Well done. Richard, not too bad with an 11. Absolutely. Joint first at the moment with a 60. You're welcome, Pete. 61, Kathy. Just scraped through. Well done. You're in the lead at the moment. Janice with a 42. Sarah with a 51. From the other side of the pond, y'all. Mandy, 49. Week 51, and he only got 7 again, too tight. Linda, it doesn't matter, it's the taking part that counts. Thank you, that's all that matters. 62, man, you're in the lead, come on. Jane and John with a 60, good score. Sophie, 54, you're welcome. James with a 43, 58, Max, good score. 61, Zoe and Mandy are sharing. Oh no, Mandy's 62. Oh, so close, Zoe. You're welcome, I know. Our anniversary next week. Who would have thought it, Guy? Blinking heck. 53, well done, Richard. You're welcome. 59 for Michelle. That's a good score. Well done. 31. Good, good, good. Janice, you're welcome. Week 51, he kept us going. I know, I can't believe it. I think that's why I'm losing the voice tonight. And Zoe got it wrong. I don't know what you've got wrong, Zoe. I don't want to know. I'm not a doctor. So, here we are, the end of week 51. And yes, we've got week 52 to come next week. That is 1 year, a total year of Bellwood quizzes. That is ridiculous, isn't it? That is absolutely ridiculous. So, we will see you next week live, hopefully, from a new location. Ooh, but where will it be? I don't know. Well, I do know, but I'm not telling you. So we'll see you next week, live, 7 o'clock, week 52. That's ridiculous. Thank you to everybody that's taken part. Couldn't do it without you. Otherwise, I'd be saying it all to myself, which I do most of the time. Anyway, listen, look after yourself. Stay safe. One word, Shabba.